Aloha!
Aloha!
My name is Krista Ralaxmi-Detten.
And I'm Michael Ditton.
And we are Infinite
Activation.
Coming to you from
sunny Southern California, San Diego, and it is a beautiful day.
And it is the, what would you say, the kickoff for summer.
Today is Memorial Day weekend. It is officially the start of summer, and yeah, we're going to go for a walk as soon as we're done here.
Yeah. So we were just discussing today with our beautiful, amazing new friend who you will hear a little bit more later about, but also kind of getting into this way of thinking that, you know, so many times we think that where we are and how the situation is kind of like the end of the world. And because we are maybe used to this way things have been, we have maybe even no idea that we could actually solve things differently or look at things differently.
Yeah.
So today we introduce to you one very simple idea which can actually, again, positively turn your life upside down.
Yeah, in a good way, like she said, positively.
Yeah. So I remember when I started to do more like entrepreneurial stuff and innovative stuff and so on, one of the things which really drew me into that world was that, like what you said in our last video, you know, that ability to be your own boss and, you know, manage your own time and, you know, do the things you love and so on. And actually every person has the ability to do that, and it's
Absolutely.
all about the choice. So right now, if for example you are unemployed and you are like, I really wouldn't like to be unemployed for a very long time, like what else can I do? We'll share with you 4 or 5 steps which you can actually take to change that overnight.
Yeah, and just so that you know, I'm going to give a little, before we get into this, a little kind of scenario. And it's not that I'm saying that anybody should do this, but I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I don't know anything but. And to me, it's really cool when I see people get into that entrepreneurial spirit. I will tell you, part of my entrepreneurship is selling. And people go, oh, I can never sell. You're so good at it. You could sell. My mom always tells me I could sell ice to Eskimos. And they say, well, I could never do that. Well, first and foremost, I have to tell you, everybody sells.
Every day.
Every day, whether you know it or not. An example is, you have a favorite restaurant. And somebody asks you, hey, do you have a favorite restaurant? Oh, yeah, I do. This little Italian place, they make the best this and this and this and this and this. That's selling, okay? Now, maybe it's not what you want to do every single day is be a salesperson, but everybody has the ability to do things that, quite honestly, they think they can't. So if you're in a time right now where you're sitting around and maybe you are not working because of what's going on with COVID or other things going on in your life, if you start thinking about the things that you can do, not what you can't do, but the things that you can do, and start to put some perspective to it, we'll give you a little list here of things you can think about. You can do other things. So the first on the list.
So first one is actually, what can you do? So
there you go.
If you kind of like go like right now, like think of, what kind of education do I have? What kind of skills do I have? So kind of like make a list of all of these different things and knowledge which you already have. Like in my case, many of you don't know maybe, but I speak fluent Norwegian. So that's a skill. And there are, you know, companies and situations where I could use it, you know, and it could serve me in so many ways. Or, you know, being an Estonian, I could do something with Estonia or Estonian culture or whatever, you know. There are so many things, and it can go down to, like, you know, even, you know, typing without looking the keyboard, you know, that's a skill, you know.
We had, we don't know her personally, but we know of a lady who worked a regular 9-to-5 job, but on the weekend she loved quilting. So she would get a small group together and she would quilt on the weekends. And somebody remotely said, hey, I'd love to do that, but I can't be there. And she found out how she could teach quilting online. And now she actually doesn't even work the 9-to-5 anymore because she figured out a way to do what she loves to do, make a little bit of money, provide a service to people around the world. And she's loving what she's doing.
Yeah. So Michael actually already went to the second one, which is like, what is your passion and what do you love to do? And that's like the kind of like a second step, because this is where you actually can also create something you can thrive on.
Mm-hmm.
So when we work with people, this is something we so love because we have gone through so many hardships ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can share those, knowledges and insights so that people don't have to go through those hardships the same way.
Or they know how to deal with them if they come up. They're not alone.
So differently, kind of a different angle to
Right.
look at that. So, and then the third thing is very, very important to kind of tie it all together, is what do people need right now?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you discover this? Is basically you can just, read newspapers, look at the news, listen to, people having conversations. So you will figure out, and also observing like what's the situation here, what is like, people are needing. Just some examples from the times where we are in. In Hawaii, there was a family company who realized that everyone needs the masks, and they started to make custom make masks. So like different, patterns and kind of funny looking and different kind of, colors and so on. And they were helping the community was really needing it, and so they created a two-way street and created a new product for whatever their company was doing.
And that's not taking advantage of the situation. That's actually realizing a need and fulfilling that need. Now, if they were trying to overprice and take advantage of somebody that way, that'd be different. But as long as you're fair for the services, you should be paid for your services. We created a new program not too long ago because of what's going on today.
And 19 days.
In 19 days. And we did it because people need it. We didn't do it because we needed the money. Of course, money's nice. We did it because people needed it. And when we provide a service that people need, it rewards us the same. And yes, we do charge for it because we need to be able to sustain any growth or message that we want to get out to people. So we're not gouging people for it. We're charging a fair price for it. We're providing a fair service, and it's helping people, get through a time like this and actually prepare themselves for the things that are going to come in their future.
Yeah. And this is also why it's really important to put all these things together, because then you actually start to create a two-way street. So you offer something what people need, and then of course they need it so much that they actually will buy. So another example right now, there was someone who did like actually an experiment during their live show, a live podcast. So someone was, it was just basically in the very beginning of COVID when it started. So someone was doing like a call to a friend or someone and asking like, so how is your gym stuff going right now? And this person says, not really going. I don't have any equipment. So, okay, so what would you like? Dumbbells or whatever. So tell me, what would you like? And then that person gave the list what they need, and this other person was calling around companies or whatever way and basically delivered that to the door to that person, put a little extra amount in between, so earn the money on the spot. They actually made the deal, calling back and forth, and that was it. So simple. So it's basically kind of also, when I was getting into the entrepreneur world, I thought like it's so complicated, like, oh my God, but it's so simple. It's you are there to help people, to bring them some service or something they need. And what we are doing here is basically, simplifying it and kind of encouraging all of you to look into that, opportunity. What is here still, what can you do with all the knowledge and all the talents you have right now.
And not only are you helping somebody with a need that they have, but in most situations, once they have that need fulfilled, they're able to help others. So even if it's a simple, I need this, and they get it, all of a sudden their life changes. And their life changes because they had that need fulfilled. And when that happens, they create this positive flow as well, and the people that surround them benefit as well. So it's a win-win-win situation. It's a ripple effect.
Yeah. So we encourage you not to be kind of what you say scared of the word entrepreneur. Just become your own boss. It also means, of course, you have to take more responsibility. And if you don't know how to start or where to start, there are so many companies right now, especially, or people and services which could really help you to get going very easily. And actually, in Estonia, we have e-residency, so you can become an e-resident and sign up a company like in no time. So there are so many ways because of the tech, times we are living, which you can use.
Well, you know what I think we ought to do is put an offer out to anybody that wants to. Okay, you make your list, and if you're not certain what to do with it, we'll give you a free 15-minute call, and we'll put a link to schedule that call. Call us and we can talk about it and maybe provide you a little guidance or light, so you can run off and do it yourself, or we can also share with you how we might be able to help you. So it's a free 15-minute call. We can put a link down at the bottom, but you have to do your list before you schedule that call, and of course we're going to check on that as well. So we'd love to support you.
Yeah, so we'll put the list into the blog, into the task sheet. So do that and take contact with us, and we hope you will be inspired to become your own boss.
Yeah, whatever you decide to do, we support you.
So thank you for watching. Do the tasks and share and subscribe. So till the next time. Mahalo.